Hey guys, Crafty here from Living in Beta, and in today's video we'll be showcasing how to craft quick hacks and how to gain the materials easily to do so. Now this may seem like a simple feature of Cyberpunk 2077, but during my own experience and stream it's not as self-explanatory as you would think. So now with my infinite knowledge on the matter, I thought it'd be best to share with you all. On the subject of the stream, of course, if you want to watch me melt people's minds, both in-game and out, with my first ever Netrunner build, then hit up the description below where you can find all the past episodes of our playthrough, alongside info on how to check out the next episode. There's lots of cool tips in there as well, for any of you new Netrunner players. Now, enough of my rambling, let's get into the video. Now firstly, of course, you may just think to yourself, Crafty, why wouldn't I just go and buy the quick hacks that I need? And of course you can do that. One of the main first quests you ever get in the game brings you up into the Watson area to visit the Netrunner up here, which gives you a free quick hack, right? And any symbol, as you can see on the map, I've limited the map a little bit here for vendors, etc., just for reference. But any Netrunner you see on the map can help you do that, and that's a very simple way to do it. But in my opinion, there's a more consistent way to gain quick hacks, and that's where the crafting comes in. Now, as I said, you can visit any Netrunner like this. They will sell quick hacks, as we'll look at in a second, but they'll also sell the materials you need to make the quick hacks. Now, after some exploration and a little bit of research, the easiest one that I found, now you can correct me if I'm wrong, or other ones may offer it, I know the Netrunner up here didn't, the easiest one to visit to gain the materials you need, and when I say the materials you need, I'm talking up to legendary status, right? Would be going down here to the Netrunner in Pacifica area, as you can see, quite simply in the Pacifica area here. And you'll notice this is actually the area you come to in one of the quests anyway, and we'll go visit the person you actually speak to in the quest. Now what you want to do, we'll go into perks, etc. in a second, but what you essentially want to do is go to this vendor, and when you visit her, and she's done her mumblings, you'll see here that not only does she have the quick hacks up to epic level here, but also the materials you need to craft it. So you've got essentially the uncommon quick hack components, which helps you with the uncommon quick hacks, very self-explanatory, and then of course the rare ones going up to epic, and then one of the only vendors I found in game that does the legendary quick hack components as well, which of course you do need on a consistent level when you're crafting legendary quick hacks. And another note here as well, there's not any vendors out there that I've seen outside of maybe you could loot it, but again I haven't done that myself, that sell legendary quick hacks on their own, right? So it's important, again, if you want to get to that level, that you do that through the crafting method, which we'll showcase in a second. Now alongside vendors, of course, buying quick hacks and materials, there is places, as you can see on the wall here, called access points, which allow you to do this as well. Now it's not just usually the wall things that you see here. There is chances to do this on big antennas you'll notice around enemy areas. Even sometimes laptops allows you to do it as well. Now not only breaching this by having a level 5, as you can see here, intelligence level, this can be various different levels depending on where you are on the map as well. But another important thing to note here is perks. Now in the intelligence tree, in the breach protocol part of the intelligence tree, there's a couple of perks that can help with gaining more from these access points as well. The first one is advanced data mine. This is something you would choose if you think you can acquire, if the way you're getting euro dollars is outside of any glitches, or you know, maybe using some methods that you've seen on the channel before, and you want to gain your euro dollars from here, or you like the idea that you will just get some passive euro dollars while using access points and on your travels. You can obviously put a couple of perk points in here to get up to 100% more euro dollars acquired from access points, right? Secondly, you can see here as well with data mine virtuoso, you get a chance to acquire a quick hack from an access point, 50% chance and then 100% chance. And this could be at various rarity levels as well. So this could be worth picking up if you don't want to go down the crafting route, which again, I don't know why that would be the case, but you know, up to you guys, of course. And another thing that you could pick up, I don't necessarily recommend, but it is handy if you're not one like myself who sometimes forgets to use ping. Extended network interface automatically highlights nearby access points, which just helps, you know, tie into these kind of ones here, right? Now, you notice I haven't got them because I used a different method to get euro dollars, and of course I'm using the crafting method to gain the quick hacks. But just for showcasing, if you click connect here, it will bring up the standard breach protocol window, and you can see here on the right hand side the amount of stuff that you can get. So you're going to get euro dollars, but then components as well, which can obviously increase that help you when it comes to crafting quick hacks, and then and/or quick hacks relating to the perks, right? And I think there might even, you know, you can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but there might be a small chance that you do actually get a quick hack from this as well. Now, if I just go down the simple route here, BD1C, of course, and we're looking for a 55.7A. So you can see I've ticked all boxes there. It'll do a little method here, and on the left-hand side when we come out, it will showcase how much we picked up. So you can see I've got some uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary quick hack components, and some euro dollars as well, which is pretty cool. So this is another way you can gain components. Again, not as consistent as going to the stores, and especially the one in the one I showcased at the start of the video in Pacifica, but it is something to do on your travels, and something that I needed to learn and still need to learn really when it comes to making the most out of a Netrunner build. Now let's get into how to craft and the method behind that. Now when it comes to crafting quick hacks, the method itself is fairly simple, but it doesn't really conform with the usual method of going into the tech tree and using the crafting tree. All the perks to be able to craft quick hacks are housed in the quick hacking area of the intelligence tree. So you'll go in here and you'll notice quite conveniently that the symbols that have a kind of hand motion, or you know, symbol made from a hand, dictate the levels of crafting you can do with quick hacks. So you can see here uncommon starting there, you've got rare there, epic over here, and then legendary conveniently over there in the right hand corner. Now we're going to start back to front here. You'll notice I don't have the perks in there, and the reason for that is fairly simple. Once you've found the quick hacks that you like, so for example if we go into my Cyberware and my Cyberdeck now, I've obtained legendary versions of all the quick hacks that I care about, right, for the build that I'm going for. Yes, you can see Whistle and Cyberware Malfunction here, and that's relevant in a sense because there is certain quick hacks out there, there's 4 quick hacks to be exact, that don't allow you to have legendary rarity, but it's also to the point where I don't use these in my playstyle, so I didn't feel the need to get them to legendary. Just for reference though, Whistle you can only get up to epic rarity, same with Cyberware Malfunction. There is also 2 called Memory Wipe and Request Backup that can only go up to epic as well, so just bear that in mind, but I'll list those down in the description for you. But everything else in the game can go from uncommon all the way up to legendary. Now the benefit of that as well, of course, is having those 4 perks as free slots now that you can allocate perks into different areas. That's why you'll do that. Now for reference for this video, I'm going to reset my perks so we can see what it's like to, of course, craft quick hacks. So in here, by this point, you would have gone to the Pacifica vendor and you would have gained enough materials to be able to craft the quick hacks. And, you know, from there, it's pretty self-explanatory. You'll go and get the perks you need to be able to craft. I'm going to get all the way up to legendary here to showcase what it's like to get to legendary. And then you'll go into the normal crafting window, and there's a handy little section here, as there is for every section, that takes you straight to the quick hack section. Now you can see it has the colors, and they're pretty self-explanatory themselves. You've got uncommon, which only needs the uncommon components, and as you go up rarity, you can see it starts adding in the extra components you need to craft that rarity. Now you'll notice this symbol here. This is specifying that you need the previous quality version of that quick hack to be able to get to the next version. So we'll do this together here with ping, just so you can see for reference. I'll firstly have to craft the uncommon version of ping, and it's also important that this stays in your bag, not on your Cyberdeck, so the system can still detect that you've got it on your person. So you can see here, it's now available for me to craft the next rarity. If you've got it in your your Cyberdeck, you can just take it out of your Cyberdeck and you'll be able to upgrade it that way, fairly simple. So from here, I'll then craft the the rare version, then go up to the epic version, fairly simple, and then you can go and craft the legendary version. Now I've already crafted the legendary version of ping, but now I've done this, you can also potentially use this as a money maker. I don't want to reference this as a money maker. I don't think it's good per component, it's not worth, but as you can see, you can craft more than one of the one I've got. And then you'll just go into your let me just go into here. You'll go into your Cyberware here and operating system, and you'll notice that I've now got well, I should have had another version of legendary ping. It doesn't seem to show up. It might just be that because I've already got it, it doesn't like it. But it's pretty simple and self-explanatory how you do that, right? And then from here, you'll go around and do it for every single one that you need up to the level of legendary, and then you're set moving forward. Some of them won't show, as I said, because certain rarities won't allow, or I'm at a certain level where I haven't crafted the higher version of that yet, so it won't showcase that it's already done here. But it's fairly self-explanatory, as I said, pretty simple and easy to use. But please just make sure that you understand that getting rid of these perks after doing it, because there's no point wasting perks in here. You may as well make use of these slots to dedicate it somewhere else. And it's also noticeable as well that you do upgrade quick hacking as you go with quick hacks. Same with breach protocol. So maybe get to the point where you're using this as well. It can help different things like cooldown, RAM, and perk points. But that can be looked at for another video anyway. But yeah, if you have any questions, of course, let them down in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember, don't be a gonk.